In the vast landscape of voices that fill our airwaves and screens, some resonate more deeply than others. They carry a weight that goes beyond mere sound. For 50 years, the voice of Harry Elders was one such presence. He was a narrator and actor, lending his talents to radio, television, and film. But Harry was known for more than just his professional skill. On his business card, he didn't just list his credentials. He shared his life's guiding principle. On one side was his photograph, a warm and friendly face. On the other, a simple but profound motto: integrity can be communicated. This wasn't just a clever tagline, it was the very essence of the man himself, a promise he lived out every single day. This simple phrase, integrity can be communicated, became the soundtrack to his life. It was a declaration that our character is not a silent, hidden thing. It speaks. It announces itself in our choices, our words, and our interactions with the world. For Harry Elders, this was a truth he embodied with remarkable consistency. Whether he was narrating powerful stories of faith for the radio show Unshackled, or lending his voice to promotional videos for banks, the man behind the microphone was the same. His character did not change with the script or the audience. He believed that who you are will always shine through what you do, and he dedicated his life to ensuring that what shone through was goodness. Harry's dedication to this principle was not lost on those who worked with him. When a company hired Harry Elders, they received more than just a talented narrator with a rich, trustworthy voice. They received the full measure of the man himself. They got his virtue. They got his kindness. They got his unwavering commitment to principle. There was no gap between the public persona and the private person, no conflict between his stated beliefs and his daily actions. His life was a seamless garment woven with the strong threads of honesty and good character. He demonstrated that integrity is not a part-time attribute, but a full-time commitment that permeates every corner of one's existence. The impact of such a life is never temporary. It leaves a lasting mark on the hearts of those it touches. When Harry Elders passed away, his local newspaper paid him a beautiful tribute. The headline of the column was not about his fame or his successful career. Instead, it captured the true measure of his legacy. It read, "A voice of integrity is silenced, but its messages will live on." This powerful statement affirmed that the most important messages Harry ever communicated were not from a script. They were the silent, powerful messages of a life lived with unwavering integrity, a life that proved, without a doubt, that our character can and will be communicated to the world around us. True integrity creates a beautiful harmony in a person's life. It is the state where what we believe in our hearts, what we say with our mouths, and what we do with our hands are all singing the same song. For Harry Elders, this harmony was evident to everyone. His professional life was built on communication, but his greatest communication was the consistency of his character. People knew they could trust him because his actions consistently backed up his words. He didn't just talk about being kind, he was kind. He didn't just narrate stories about virtue, he lived a virtuous life. This alignment is the core of what it means to have integrity. Imagine a world where every promise made is a promise kept. Imagine a community where every word spoken is a true reflection of the speaker's heart. This is the world that a person of integrity strives to create, one interaction at a time. Harry understood this deeply. His work took him into many different circles, from religious broadcasters to corporate executives. Yet, his reputation for honesty and good character preceded him everywhere he went. People knew that when Harry Elders gave his word, it was as solid as stone. This reliability is a precious gift, building bridges of trust and fostering relationships that are strong and genuine. It shows that integrity is not an abstract idea, but a practical virtue with real-world impact. This consistency is what separates fleeting respect from lasting honor. It is easy to put on a show of good character when we know people are watching. The true test comes in the small, unseen moments of our daily lives. It's in the way we handle a mistake when no one is around to blame. It's in the choice to tell the truth when a small lie would be much easier. Harry's life suggests that he passed these quiet tests time and time again. His public reputation was simply the natural result of his private character. This is the challenge for all of us, to live in such a way that there is no difference between who we are in the spotlight and who we are in the shadows. Ultimately, a life of integrity is a life of wholeness. The word integrity itself comes from the same root as integer, meaning a whole number. It implies being undivided, complete, and sound. When our actions and words are in conflict, we live a fractured existence. But when they align, we experience a sense of peace and purpose. Harry Elders communicated integrity because he was a whole person. His life was not compartmentalized into different versions of himself. There was just one Harry, honest, kind, and principled. His legacy reminds us that this wholeness is not only possible, but is also the most powerful message we can ever hope to share with the world. This deep longing for a life of wholeness and integrity is not a new desire. It is a timeless human aspiration, echoed through the ages. Thousands of years before Harry Elders put his motto on a business card, a king in the ancient world penned a similar prayer. King David of Israel, a man described as being after God's own heart, also wrestled with the desire to live a life that was pure and true. In the words of Psalm 26, David makes a bold declaration of his commitment. He writes, "I have led a blameless life. I have trusted in the Lord and have not faltered." This was not a boast of perfection but a statement of his deepest intention and reliance on God. David did not stop at simply declaring his intentions. He took it a step further, inviting a divine audit of his innermost being. He prayed a brave and vulnerable prayer. "Test me, Lord, and try me, examine my heart and my mind." This is a profound request. David was asking God to look beyond his outward actions and into the very core of his motivations and thoughts. He understood that true integrity begins on the inside. It starts in the secret chambers of the heart and mind. He was willing to have the hidden parts of his character brought into the light so that anything that was not pure could be identified and made right. This is the humble starting point for anyone who truly desires to walk in integrity. The purpose behind David's pursuit of purity was deeply connected to his relationship with God. He didn't want to be blameless just for the sake of having a good reputation among men. His ultimate goal was to be fit for worship, to be able to approach God with clean hands and a pure heart. He writes that he wants to proclaim aloud your praise and tell of all your wonderful deeds. David understood that a life of integrity was the platform from which he could most authentically share the goodness of God with others. A compromised life would only mute his testimony. A pure life would amplify it, making his praise genuine and his message believable. This ancient prayer from a king and the modern motto of a narrator tell the same powerful story. Both Harry Elders and King David understood that a life of integrity is not something we achieve on our own. It requires a conscious decision, a reliance on a higher power, and a willingness to be examined and refined. It is a journey of aligning our inner world with our outer actions. David's plea to have his heart and mind examined is a timeless model for us all. It reminds us to regularly pause and ask, are my thoughts pure? Are my motives sincere? Am I living a life that is whole and pleasing to God? Why does living with integrity matter so much? It matters because it is the foundation of trust. It is the bedrock upon which all healthy relationships are built, whether with our families, our colleagues, or our Creator. When people know we are true to our word, they feel safe, they feel seen, they feel respected. This is especially crucial in a world that often feels fragmented and insincere. A person of integrity is like a lighthouse in a storm, a steady and reliable point of light that guides others toward safety. Being true and kind, even when no one is watching, is not about earning points or seeking rewards. It is about building a character that is solid and dependable from the inside out. The beauty of integrity is that it can always be seen. It may not make headlines or draw loud applause, but it never goes unnoticed. It is communicated in a quiet tone of voice, a patient response, or an honest admission of fault. Like Harry Elders' life demonstrated, it creates a legacy that outlives us. The kindness we show, the truth we tell, the promises we keep, these things create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate presence. They inspire others to live with greater character. They plant seeds of trust and goodness in the soil of our communities. An authentic life leaves an echo of virtue that continues to resonate long after we are gone. We are all communicators. Every day, with every choice we make, we are sending a message to the world about who we are and what we value. The question is, what message are we sending? Is it a message of consistency and truth, or one of conflict and convenience? We have the opportunity in every small moment to practice integrity. We can choose to be honest when it's hard. We can choose to be kind when others are not. We can choose to align our actions with our deepest beliefs. These small daily choices are the building blocks of a life that, like Harry's, communicates integrity in a clear and powerful voice. Let us be encouraged today to take up this challenge. Let us seek to live lives of wholeness and truth, Let us, like King David, invite God to examine our hearts and minds, to refine and purify us from within. Let us remember the simple but profound motto of Harry Elders: integrity can be communicated. May our lives communicate it clearly. May our actions speak as loudly as our words, and may the legacy we leave be one of unwavering kindness, unshakable truth, and undeniable integrity. For in living this way, we not only honor ourselves and others, but we also point to the ultimate source of all goodness and truth.